shy, don't stall. We got a funky vibe, yeah. Welcome all. It's a safe spot where the truth combines. Share your thoughts, leave your worries behind. Woo! Defense Rest, that's where you belong. Click that like and groove along. Hit subscribe, let the love flow free. Join the fam where you're meant to be. Woo! Got mysteries, stories that couldn't ride. We dig deep, ain't no secrets to hide. No judgment here, just an open crew. We're all about justice and the honest view. Yeah, Defense Rest, that's where you belong. Click that like and groove along. Hit subscribe, let the love flow free. Join the fam where you're meant to be.
Right. All right. Could not figure out how to get Jody's intro switched to our intro, but that's okay. We will get it next time. Sorry, Jody. It's fine. It's totally fine, right? So it's going to be pretty simple. Starting off, we have something that we want to share with you because, okay, here's the thing. Whenever they wrote that big article in the paper, right? They thought that it was going to attack me and make me look bad, make me look like I'm just out for money or whatever. But it backfired. And the people involved in getting me set up in all the bullshit throughout my whole fucking jail career spoke up and told on themselves, right? In the comments all over my Facebook of how they beat me because I was raped at 12 years old, right? And how I was just a whore, just a prostitute, a 2-bit whore, I think is what she said. But the thing is me and Brandy have been talking like, how did we get here? To the point that other women think and believe that a 12-year-old is capable of making that decision, first of all. Secondly, that a teenager can be a prostitute.
Right.
I don't care if she gets paid for it. She's a child. Okay? So one of the comments that came up on Facebook was, Ty, why are you doing this? Well, I didn't do this. You did that part yourself. You told all over yourself. I didn't do that for you. You did that yourself. Or God did, maybe. You know, because I keep telling people we're divinely protected and they just can't fucking believe it for some reason. But I digress. But the point is that why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? I've been told so many times that was a different time. No, it was in the early 2000s. It wasn't 1920.
Right.
You know, it wasn't 1920. It was not okay for a 13-year-old to be sent off to be married and impregnated. It was not. Brandy was a child. I was a child. And now we've got this situation just in the county over next to us. This little girl has been killed. She's been killed. Because 2 adult men, 2 grown-ass motherfucking men, 2 grown-ass men had her out with her friend. Had been messing with her since she was, what, 13? 13.
14, somewhere in that area.
With her parental consent. This is now 2026. This is 2026. This baby got killed. That baby got killed because she's out partying with a couple of grown-ass fucking men that work at her school. Very reminiscent to what happened to me, since it happened to me at the school. You wonder why I do what the fuck I do? Because, bitch, y'all still think it's okay to fuck children. Now they got this other child charged with her death. The other little girl that was with her, charged with her death.
She wasn't even old enough to buy the alcohol. You know.
There's video of the grown man sitting alcohol in her lap at the gas station. Noah back, sitting the alcohol in her lap.
at the gas station. And him driving.
Him driving.
Not the little girl.
It's fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. Is what it is. Y'all act like that I was just made this fucking choice as a little girl. I'm just going to be a fucking whore and fuck the men and do all these things and be a slut as a little girl. Y'all don't understand the difference between a fucking child and a grown-ass woman. That's the problem here.
And
Men
grooming.
and women. Men and women. How many of you motherfucking women, how many of you have defended the fucking predator instead of the child? I'm disgusted with you all. I'm absolutely fucking disgusted with our entire fucking community that fucking bends to these pedophiles and bows to them. You should be fucking ashamed of yourselves, every goddamn last one of you. So you can understand, how did we get to this point? How did it get to this? How did it become okay for a little girl to be sexualized? To be offered up as a fucking offering? To be offered up as a dessert to these sick fucking monsters of men that we look up to? How did we get here? That's why we do what we do. Because these are fucking children. Nobody stood up for me. Nobody fucking fought for me. They handed me over to the fucking monsters. And I'll be goddamned if I let another motherfucking child in this county be turned over to them and another victim be treated the way you, Melinda, you, Randy Phillips, you, Sam Adams, you, Bert Sloan, you, Jimmy Crack, the rest of y'all fucking treated me. I'll be goddamned if I let it happen to another motherfucking child. I'm angry. I'm angry to the fucking pits of my soul. I'm angry. I'm ashamed of every last fucking one of you. You have committed treason. You have fucking enslaved an entire fucking population here in Appalachia. You have smeared us. You have driven our names into the ground. You have stolen our fucking children. Well, it ends now. It ends now. But first, let's go ahead and dive right into this. Brandy, if you have anything to say, I will shut my mouth now and give you a moment, and then we'll dive into this and see if we can make y'all fucking understand, beat into your fucking heads, what the fuck is going on here. Because you're apparently too goddamn ignorant to fucking grasp the idea of what a child is. Fuck, man. I'm done. Okay.
It's okay.
I'm gonna mute myself, Randy.
So oh, no, don't, because I don't know. You said everything that needed to be said. I mean, you know, you have your way of saying it, and that's exactly how I feel about it. I mean, we're all,
yeah,
right. And we're all at the point that everybody's just fed up.
Fed the fuck up. We're done being your slaves. We're done fucking bowing to a system that does this to us. The school system. The motherfucking school system is sending your children off to be raped. And y'all just like, yeah, okay. Okay, go on. Have a good day, honey. Let me pack you some goldfish crackers while you go be indoctrinated and groomed to be a fucking slave. Where the fuck are y'all's backbones? Where the fuck are the goddamn Appalachians? Rise the fuck up, motherfuckers. What the fuck? This ain't the goddamn community I grew up in. Where the fuck are y'all?
It's a shame what's happening to the kids in our area. It is.
It's a motherfucking shame. It's a crime
It is.
motherfucking shame. You know, my own sister said to me, well, you said yourself you was on drugs. Yeah, Tiffany, I was fucking 16-year-old. Where the fuck you think I got the drugs, bitch? You think that just because somebody touched me at 12, that means I'm fair fucking game for every goddamn other motherfucking man in the goddamn county to touch and fucking grope on and rape? Have at their will? Degrade? Spit in my fucking face? Fuck you, bitch.
Everybody's got to understand a lot of the things that's coming out with these Epstein files and everything going on has put a lot on top.
Final Girl Digital on Substack. Link below. Hello.
Do what now? Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying that with, everything that happened with the paper and the Epstein files and just all this stuff coming to light and everything, it's just all put a big heavy toll on your heart and your conscience. And, are we going to be quiet or are we going to fight? And we're going to fight. So that's all I was saying. Just,
I will always motherfucking fight. Fuck you all. Fuck you all that has enabled this shit. Anybody that's fucking been part of this, stealing our kids, fucking handing them off to the men who fucking raped and abused and beat us over and over and over again. How many fucking families have you destroyed? How many goddamn families have you destroyed? Jimmy Kraft? Daniel Dotson? Tiffany Collins? CPS? All you other dirty motherfuckers? Kidnapping kids for fucking Title IV funding? Fuck you.
This has been a frustrating month for myself and for many with the of some of
is it lagging a little bit, Ty?
Evening as the primary and public nature. A recent release of apps documents public about the role of shaping not only system exploitation but also the commercial and
It's lagging on your end too.
in response, many reflecting on of our self for shaped environment by I'm telling you it's more than you think. One Instagram creator said in a
now more women are being forced to reckon with the fact that our experience of girlhood was directly tied to the most powerful sexual predators in modern history.
I had myself muted. I don't know if she's going to pop back in or what I need to do because I have no idea. I'm like technically challenged horribly. Guys, let me see if I can find out what's going on. May have to end this stream, and if we do, if she don't pop in while I'm telling everybody bye, we'll try this again. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Y'all, it kicked me all the way out. I don't know where Brandy's at. It's kicked her out. It has removed what we were trying to play. I guess somebody didn't like that I'm drawing a fucking line in the sand. So let's see. Let's see if we can hit share screen again. Brandy will be back in a minute. We're going to go ahead and continue with what we were trying to do. They're not going to stop us. So I don't give a fuck what we have to do. We're going to get it to play. Because y'all need to understand what the fuck's going on. Because I ain't leaving my babies in this fucking town with these goddamn pedophiles and predators like they are. I ain't doing it. Not without a goddamn fight. And that's all there is to it.
The cultural construction of contemporary girlhood. When I have suggested in conversation that contemporary beauty standards are fostered within a culture shaped by these dynamics, I am often met with confusion, hostility, or defensiveness, or dismissiveness, particularly from men.
You see in here, Brandy?
Yet increased attention to
What is it?
Epstein. American billionaire Les Wex of
think
Victoria's
you hear
Secret
it
was
go,
a close
okay.
associate of Epstein
Yeah.
and maintained
It's
a
playing now.
long and personal
Kicked
relationship
everybody
with
out.
him. Epstein often utilized his identity. Multiple fashion industry professionals appear in the documents, including French model scout Jean-Luc Brunel. Donald Trump, another associate of Epstein, owned the Miss Universe organization, which includes Miss Universe, Miss USA, and Miss Teen USA. And he owned these from 1996 to 2015. The Instagram
Mall culture of the early aughts was owned by men associated with Epstein. Bath and Body Works, Limited 2. Young women and children that shaped culture around tween clothing. There were words on the butts of the shorts at Limited 2.
Uh-oh. I think we're
Pink. L Brands Inc. chairman and
There we
CEO
go.
Les Wexner wrote in a 2009 letter to Cheryl, the color assigned to girls before they're even born. Epstein was a driving force behind the obsession with prepubescence and the sexualization of young children. Before we knew the term, our peers, our classmates, the male gaze was held by adult men who saw us as sexual objects from the moment we exited toddlerhood. Even amid salacious rumors like the one that circulated middle schools saying Victoria's Secret had candy stores and their products as just part of the youth-obsessed culture of the 90s and 2000s. We didn't know what we know now. These men had an outsized influence on society's demonization of women's aging, pushing the ideal body type of flat stomachs, perky breasts, smooth skin, hairless bodies, things we didn't realize were shaped by their pedophilic standards. The devastating truth is that they weren't just grooming kids on the island, on the plane, on the ranch.
See?
I tried everything, coffee, Pomodoro, and binaural beats, but nothing stuck until I tried this.
As I have discussed in several previous videos, the concept of the male gaze is often misunderstood. Literally, in practice, it operates less as a series of personal acts, but as an abstract influence of men in positions of power. So this creator is that it's not her classmates or her peers that perpetuate the so-called male gaze so much as it is the ways in which industries governed largely by men have shaped the visual and commercial languages through which femininity is constructed and pulling the puppet strings of consumer culture, and we, the women and girls, are their dolls. Women have been historically positioned within culture as not the creators of art nor the target audience, but merely as incidental consumers. Women then come to internalize this representation of the female experience as dictated and represented by a narrow demographic of men. Media has allowed women to consume themselves only as a vessel to be consumed, which is something I've talked about quite. Cultural representations has in this trained women how to best present themselves in the context of being consumed, but more specifically on how to be consumed by a very specific target demographic. And the Epstein files has revealed to us who this demographic is, and it's quite scary. When discussing topics such as the male gaze as pertains to advertisements and media, it is important to question who art and media are made for. Who is the target demographic? Women may be passive consumers of media, but for much of the history of art and cultural production, we were not the intended audience of the majority of it. The male gaze in reference to art and media, as defined by John Berger, has qualities in nature. As shaped by dominant Western is deeply intertwined in fantasization, positioning the girl as the ultimate feminine ideal rather than the adult woman. The pressure for women to be youthful, hairless, submissive, and docile reflects this convergence of the male gaze with the infantilizing characteristics inherent to it. Because women are trained from birth to perform and meant to be, all women raised within this media environment have been shaped by this gaze. By extension, I feel like fantasy also permeate our subconscious mind. Women I know shave their legs, their underarms, and genitals, while our male partners' bodies remain largely untouched. Many of my friends, even academic feminists, speak openly about getting Botox and fillers to soften their smile lines and emerging forehead wrinkles. The beauty standard of slimness in part is rooted in legacy shaped by pedophilia by elites within the fashion world. This connection is further emphasized by Lex Wexner's association with Epstein. In her memoir, Nobody's Girl, Virginia Roberts writes that Epstein was highly controlling about his own diet and health and projected these standards and expectations onto his victims. She recalls Epstein expressing a preference for very slim bodies and attempting to control the age to maintain slender teenage, sometimes prepubescent frames. In his essay, Nymphet Fantasies, Child Beauty Pageants, and the Politics of Innocence, Henry Giro writes, in advertisements for Calvin Klein's Obsession perfume and in his more recent jean ads, innocence becomes a fractured sign and is used unapologetically to present children as the objects of desire and adults as voyeurs. Innocence in this instance feeds into enticing images of childlike purity as it simultaneously sexualizes and markets such images. Sexualizing children may be the final frontier in the fashion world, exemplified by the rise of models such as Kate Moss, who represent the ideal woman as a waif, stick-like, expressionless, and blank-eyed. Out of teenage models such as if they are too old to have talents to elusive, short-lived standards of desire, sexuality, and beauty. What connects the beauty pageants to the world of advertising and fashion modeling is that young girls are being taught to become little women. Men are being taught to assume the identity of powerless, childlike waifs. It is admittedly exhausting to try and exist ethically in the world as a woman when so much of the cultural infrastructure defining girlhood and womanhood has been shaped by people who seek to exploit us at best or kill, enslave, and torture us at worst. The fashion and beauty industries are entangled with this exploitation. There is a reason it seems as though every fashion label is owned by a sexual predator. These patterns are not incidental. They reflect the broader reality of consumer capitalism and the way it is designed behavior through extraction of labor, of resources, and of bodies. This extractive nature shapes both environmental destruction and the treatment of women. Extreme concentrations of wealth are enabled by systems that prioritize profit over care, allowing abuses of power to flourish. The bill
That's insane. I can see your screen from here anymore.
I haven't been to the grocery store in months because this delivery service offers hundreds of high-quality, non-GMO groceries and
The billionaire class is sacrificing the planet on a mass scale. This is something we all know. And this is intrinsically tied to systemic abuse of women. AKA, anyone morally bankrupt enough to be a billionaire is morally bankrupt enough to sacrifice women on a mass scale. It's all interconnected. A culture with a disregard for the land has a disregard for women and vice versa. Many Indigenous scholars, activists, and community members have long drawn on the connections between violence against the land and violence against women, arguing that cultures predicated on values of extraction and domination enact these exact values across every domain. In Violence on the Land, Violence on Our Bodies, Building an Indigenous Response to Environmental Violence, it is written, the industrial system of resource extraction in Canada is predicated on systems of power and domination. This system is based on the raping and pillaging of Mother Earth, as well as violence against women. The two are inextricably linked. With the expansion of extractive industries, not only do we see the desecration of the land, we see an increase in violence against women. In one Instagram I saw, a user stated,
Jeffrey Epstein was the owner of Two Incorporated. Two Incorporated is the limited to Justice Clothing.
That ownership came from Les Wexner, who owns
Everything.
Including Victoria's Secret. Les Wexner gave Jeffrey Epstein this corporation. But why?
Something that frustrates me is Will's anti-industry, then committed psychological warfare on girls for dressing too provocative and tempting to adult men. I can't tell you how many times I was sent home for wearing a top with a strap that was too thin, or because my skirt wasn't to my knees, because it was hard to find clothes that met these requirements. So much of my day was consumed by this stress that I knew I was probably going to get penalized or sent home because what I was wearing was too provocative when it was a hot summer day and sometimes it was the only clothes I had. In the same way that little girls are taught early on to embody characteristics of femininity, such as docility and caregiving, they're also trained, often subconsciously, on how to aesthetically present themselves within the context of being consumed. So this starts off with child clothing brands owned by predators. For instance, when we look at children's clothing, despite the relative lack of sexual dimorphism in prepubescent bodies, clothing designed for girls is often smaller, tighter, and shorter than that designed for boys, restricting their ability to play and move freely in favor of performing the aesthetics of girlishness. Function is foregoed in favor of femininity. And so this is a value that little girls are taught. It is not a coincidence that many of the brands that designed these clothes for girls are owned by predators. Henry Giro continues, what I want to suggest is that the values and dominant motifs that shape beauty pageants gain their meaning and appeal precisely because they find expression in related cultural spheres throughout American society. For instance, by examining advertising campaigns such as those produced by Calvin Klein, or in the increasing use of advertising that depicts the ideal modern American female as young, extremely thin, sexually alluring, and available, it becomes clear that the process at work in the objectification of young children are not altogether different from the relations that take place in other sites. All of these sites use the bodies and the body parts of young girls to market desire and sell goods. What often makes such connections untenable in the public eye is that beauty pageants appropriate innocence as a trope for doing what is best for children, often in the name of dominant family values. And yet, it is precisely in the name of innocence that practices that might be seen in other contexts as abusive to children are defined within the dominant culture as simply good, clean family entertainment. In my last video, I discussed how the mediums through which fashion is advertised shifts as the culture does. And the same can be said for modes of child exploitation, from the emergence of child beauty pageants to child stars to child influencers. Culture continuously finds new ways to exploit and parasocially groom little girls. In the 2000s, we saw the emergence of countdown clocks for young celebrities such as Natalie Portman and the Olsen twins. And today, a similar phenomena appear around child influencers. Figures like Bad Baby and Piper Raquel are now the ones hosting their own countdown clocks in order to launch their OnlyFans. This reflects the extent to which cultural systems have aided in successfully grooming young girls.
Piper was born to her mother, Tiffany Smith, in 2007 in Georgia. And by the time she was 3 years old, she was competing in pageants.
In the same way that we can recognize how vulnerability and environment contribute to exploitation in individual cases, similar structural conditions shape contemporary forms of sexual exploitation of girls. There is frequent discussion about the 1.4 million women on OnlyFans, yet far less attention is given to the hundreds of millions of men who pay for their services. Names like Piper Raquel are public and therefore subject to not only predators, but also to intense online scrutiny for joining such platforms. Meanwhile, the identities of the men eager to subscribe to a freshly 18-year-old are not public. And this is by design. Our culture is structured in a way that places women and girls under public surveillance and moral judgment for participating in a system that they have been conditioned and groomed to find value in, while simultaneously protecting the identities of the men who generate the demand for the very products. Any attempt to acknowledge these sexist practices in children's beauty pageants must be given that pageants represent more than trivial entertainment. Education.
Are you tired? Of 80% more conforming.
Hello? Educational theorist Valerie Walkerdine argued that forms of popular culture such as the beauty pageant offer a way for working class girls to escape the limiting discourses and ideologies found in schools and other institutions. Popular culture becomes a realm of fantasy offering the promise of escape expression through an endless parade of highly sexualized images and narratives that not only provide the promise of erotic fantasies that quote unquote belong to them, but also constitute for these young girls an important strategy for survival. According to Walkerdine, popular cultural forms such as child beauty pageants high public place in which pre-adolescent working class are offered forms of ignores is that such fantasies are often founded on forms of identity and hope that offer nothing more than the swindle of fulfillment, providing choices and options to girls. So we can see how the influencer deeply mirrors this. And that in a similar way, child influencers, especially child influencers who grow up within systemic poverty, are given the illusion of an avenue of escape through a mode that both exploits and grooms them.
I'm gonna like retire you. You're gonna retire. You don't have to work. Like, is this another prank? It brings me like it pains me to know that you like work all the time and you have, your knees hurt and it's sad for me to have to watch you work all the time. If this is a joke, I'm gonna kill you. It's not a joke. You're gonna do this for me? Of course.
Virginia Roberts likewise discusses how girls from impoverished backgrounds were intentionally preyed upon by Epstein and his scouts. I too saw pageantry and modeling as a potential way out of the poverty I grew up in. As I wrote in a previous essay, I became obsessed with beauty very prematurely. In many ways, I saw it as a way out. Perhaps I watched too many fairy tales of the poor young maiden being rescued from unfortunate circumstances by a wealthy prince because she was beautiful. I thought maybe beauty would save me. If I won enough pageants or got signed to a major modeling agency, I too could escape my life of poverty. When Virginia Roberts recalls her experience of being molested by her father and his friend in her childhood and teen years, she details the way in which she found comfort watching Cinderella during these times, finding solace in the story of a girl being mistreated by her family who ultimately escapes her circumstances when she is saved by a wealthy prince. The symbolism becomes especially unsettling later in her account when she describes being woken up by Ghislaine Maxwell in London and told that it was a very special day. And that just like Cinderella, she was going to meet a prince. Though in Virginia's case, the prince, Prince Andrew, would not save her. Instead, he would only add to the sexual abuse she endured. Henry Giro writes, to provide a historical perspective on such pageants, 60 Minutes aired cuts from child beauty pageants that had been seen on the program in 1977 and then presented videotaped shots of John Bonet and other children performing in recent pageants. The contrast was both obscene and informative. The children in the 1977 pageant wore little girl dresses and ribbons in their hair. They embodied a childlike innocence as they displayed their little girl talents. Singing, tap, and baton twirling. Not so with the more recent pageant shots. The contestants did not look like little girls, but rather like coquettish young women whose talents were reduced to an ability to move suggestively across the stage. This quote from Giro highlights the progressive deformation of feminine performance. The line between woman and girl becomes increasingly blurred over time as culture moves further into the simulacrum of feminine performance, which is another concept I've talked about quite a bit on this channel. The feminine spectacle mutates until it exposes the ugly underbelly of the culture that produced it. The young girl has always been a mirror reflecting back the desires of capital. Child pageantry is not an outlier, but a symptom of a culture that emphasizes teaching girls the importance of feminine performance, exemplifying the collapse of distinction between girl and woman within standards of feminine beauty. With toddlers on stage wearing makeup, heels, and corsets, and adult women wearing baby doll dresses, ribbons, and Mary Jane shoes, we inhabit a culture in which girls and women alike are encouraged to embody the same idealized archetype.
Gaza is at a tipping point. The adults who are malnourished today.
A mutated, artificially constructed feminine figure defined by ambiguous youth paired with sexual viability. In Visual Pleasures, Laura Mulvey writes, in a world ordered by sexual imbalance, pleasure in looking has been split between active male and passive female. The determining male gaze projects its fantasy onto the female figure, which is styled accordingly. The industries of child pageantry, child stardom, and now child influencing groom girls within this framework. The young girl is molded with the awareness and expectation that she will be looked at and is taught how to perform correctly under such voyeurism that is inherent to her existence as a girl. Whether it be to attract this gaze or deter it, little girls are raised with an increased self-awareness of their bodies and the attention they attract simply due to being born a girl. The obsession with youth haunts women due to the social conditioning that a woman's value is intrinsically tied to youth, which is perpetuated by the fucking predators that we're talking about today. Susan Sontag writes in The Double Standard of Aging, which is something I quote a lot here. Forgive me, you've probably heard this quote a million times. For women, only one standard of female beauty is sanctioned: the girl. The great advantage men have is that our culture allows two standards of male beauty: the boy and the man. The beauty of a boy resembles the beauty of a girl. In both sexes, it is a fragile kind of beauty and flourishes naturally only in the early part of the life cycle. Happily, men are able to accept themselves under another standard of good looks: heavier, rougher, more thickly built. A man does not grieve when he loses the smooth, unlined, hairless skin of a boy. There is no equivalent of this standard for women. The single standard of beauty for women dictates that they must go on having clear skin. Every wrinkle, every line, every gray hair is a defeat. No wonder that no boy minds becoming a man, while even the passage from girlhood to early womanhood is experienced by many women as their downfall. For all women are trained to continue to wanting to look like girls. Due to the singular standard of feminine beauty that Sontag identifies, the blurred boundary between the aesthetics of girl and the woman produces an effect of infantilization in women, while simultaneously fostering a culture that grooms girls to perform femininity later in life. As noted earlier in reference to John Berger's theory, the influence of the gaze conditions women and girls through their consumption of media to understand themselves primarily as objects to be viewed as vessels for consumption. I am not shocked by the billionaire class and their associates that have been unveiled to be deeply predatory men, engaging in sick and twisted acts from sex trafficking children to potentially fucking eating babies. What surprises me most is that people are shocked by these revelations. There is widespread disbelief that powerful men could engage in exploitation and abuse. Billionaires are quite literally parasitic entities. You can only be a billionaire at the expense of human welfare. We all know this. History repeatedly shows us that unchecked power leads to moral corruption. We've all learned about the Stanford prison experiment, right? We saw demonstrated how quickly ordinary individuals internalized roles of authority and that manifested in violence. We saw that men simply cosplaying as cops made them more violent and twisted towards the inmates that they knew were pretending to be prisoners, not even actual prisoners. Now take that study and amplify it by 1,000,000. You don't have the power of a cop, you have the power of a king. If relatively small amounts of situational power can produce those effects, it is worth asking what happens when the authority is magnified to the level of immense wealth and global influence that we see from men like Epstein or Bill Gates or Trump. And we've all heard of how porn corrupts men's brains, right? We all know how access to porn makes men wanting to engage in increasingly taboo and violent sexual acts. Okay, now imagine you combine these things. You are one of the most powerful men in the world, and not only do you have access to porn, but worse, you have access to any amount of sex workers you could want in order to play out your sadistic fantasies. At some point, it's not enough, though. You don't want a sex worker who is pretending to be a sex slave, you want an actual sex slave. You don't want a sex worker who is pretending to be underage, you want an actual minor. And when you continuously engage in this behavior, it's like a drug. You become desensitized and you keep wanting more and more. When people have the means to gratify every desire without constraint or accountability, the boundary between entitlement and exploitation erodes. Over time, this can produce a pattern of escalation in which empathy is dulled and other people are treated less as individuals and more as instruments for personal satisfaction. The issue then is not simply individual morality, but a broader cultural system that allows power, wealth, and anonymity to operate without meaningful limits. And I want everyone to cut this Satanist bullshit out. These are Christian men These are Jewish men. These are Muslim men. These are Hindu men. These are men. Many are quick to declare that they are Satanists, that they are worshiping the devil. And I am so sorry to have to tell you, but this is not the work of the devil or a monster under the bed. It's men. This is what men corrupted by greed do. This is the good old patriarchal Christian values that America was built upon: cannibalism, sex trafficking, and sexual slavery. Indigenous and Black communities will be the first to tell you, and have been telling you, that this is the legacy of America. Change starts with holding our own communities accountable, and that means admitting to yourself that men, regardless of faith, have the capacity to be evil. What we are seeing in the Epstein files is not a one-off mistake. These men are only unique in their wealth, not their corruption and their impulse to control and take advantage of little girls. Men like what you see in the Epstein files exist in your neighborhood, on your street, in your school, in your family, and sometimes in your homes.
See, Dollar Shave Club just has great razors at a great price and no bull.
If you struggle with focus, this sound might change everything.
This was kind of a heavier one, guys. I have been so inundated with so much information about the files, as I'm sure many people, especially women, have been over the past month. And it's very frustrating and devastating. And I just feel really sad and mad and hopeless sometimes, especially about this topic. It's a topic I've been writing about and talking about for a long time. And I know a lot of you have also been listening for a long time and researching about this yourselves for a long time, or experiencing the violence as a result of existing in a culture like this. And I just want better. I want better for us as women, as people. That's all from me. That's all from me today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I recently saw a film that I am certain will be one of my favorite films of the year, titled The Sound of Falling. The Sound of Falling is a movie release following 4 adolescent girls who each spend their youth in the same farmhouse over the last century. This film is a beautiful, poetic musing on the intergenerational trauma intrinsic to being a woman, and it's a film that I know many of my viewers will love as much as I did. The Sound of Falling is available in select theaters, and if you have the chance to see this movie on the big screen, I highly recommend it. Additionally, Die My Love, starring Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson, is now available to stream on Mubi, which has been another standout film for me and a must-watch. Die My Love follows a young mother who is slowly slipping into madness. Locked away in an old house in Montana, her increasingly agitated and erratic behavior leaves her companion Jackson worried and helpless. And lucky for you, you can head to Mubi.com/finalgirldigital, where Mubi is offering 30 days of cinema for free. I am so grateful to partner with Mubi, as always, as Mubi is a service I have genuinely used and loved for years that has allowed me to easily access and discover films that have since become my favorites. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to follow Final Girl Digital on Substack, where I post weekly essays, personal musings, and have recently started a monthly intelligence maxing series where I recommend 5 to 10 things you should read or watch this month, including essays, books, and lectures. See you there!
Taxes was so taxing.
Now taxes is so free. Terrible tax, free edition only, roughly 37% of filings qualify.
When most people think about the Epstein case, they think about the names we already know: the billionaires, the politicians, the royalty, the men and women whose reputations were quietly insulated by power, money, and carefully worded statements. But today, we're not starting with them. We're starting with her, Karina Shuliak, a young woman who, at the time of Jeffrey Epstein's alleged death, was living in his Manhattan mansion, the woman he left the bulk of his estate to in his will, the last known person he spoke to on the phone before he was found allegedly dead in his jail cell. For years, she has existed on the periphery of this story, mentioned briefly, photographed occasionally, labeled simply as Epstein's girlfriend. But when you begin to examine the newly released DOJ files and lay the timeline out carefully, something becomes...
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. You're muted. Taya, you're muted. You're muted.
I thought it was unmuted. That's what I said. I've been talking for 5 minutes and my mic was muted. And then it was still muted after I said that. So here we are. Hello. How are you?
Lady.
I feel like it's been eons since I've been able to talk to you. It has been so long. How are you?
I'm getting there, sweetheart. I'm getting there. It's
You
not
still
been a
feeling
good
ready?
week.
Do you have a flare up too?
I had a flare up because I got a urinary tract infection and it wiped me out. Really, it's just left me on my ass basically. So yeah, and I've had my head down, bum up, doing a shit ton of research. A shit ton.
Oh, you sent me some good stuff.
Who?
That last email you sent me, it said it was the Kentucky genealogy, Letcher County genealogy, and it's got the link and stuff for the Wayback Machine.
You like that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Me and Randy just got it right before we went on. And we just barely skimmed over it. We saw a couple of familiar names. We talked a little history real quick, because we're both big history buffs. So yeah, we're real excited to dig into that. Real excited to dig into that. And the content we've got coming up about the old shootings. Shootings back in the 1912, what was it, 1914? In the 1920s, there was a shooting at the courthouse.
Yes, there was. Yes.
One in the 1914, 15 area, I think. I don't know. We'll get to it. I'm going to have it all compiled and have my facts straight by the time whenever we do it. But I'm real excited about it because it just illustrates and highlights that this is not a new issue. Okay? This corruption is not new.
No.
This slavery system is not new.
No, they've just made it very streamlined now.
The fact that Mickey shot, yes, that's big news, okay? But look how many, we're going to show you, it's going to blow your mind. How many other shootings have there been over elections and stuff right here in Letcher County? Neon, Whitesburg, all over the fucking place. For elections and politics. The good old boys. The motherfucking good old boys.
Well, they have to keep
people killed since fucking 1912.
They have to hand down their position of power to keep the hierarchy. Otherwise, they can't have a stranger or someone from the outside coming in because that would question them and that would break their power hierarchy.
Okay, and that's something else that I wanted to highlight too. We're going to go into that. There was some people that came in here in the 60s to try to do a documentary about our region.
Yep.
And right across the river from where I live, straight across the river, like I can literally walk through the creek and come out on that piece of property where it happened, a documentary filmmaker was shot and killed.
Oh.
For trying to come here and do a documentary and expose the corruption and some of the things that was going on here. It wasn't, I don't think that one was to do with the courthouse. There was actually an Apple Shop documentary made about it later on. And then went ahead and like used what they had and made the film. But yeah, the filmmaker got shot and killed right over here across the road. And the guy that shot and killed him is buried in our family cemetery up here on the hill.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're going to dig into that little bit of history and try to kind of break down the psychology of it. You know, like, why do we act like this?
Yeah.
Why do we act like this, y'all?
Yeah.
For real.
It's fucking crazy.
Y'all want to get all offended and shit when people call you hillbillies or backwoods or incest. When you look at our DNA records, every motherfucking one of us are cousins.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters all over the motherfucking place. Okay?
You know what?
Yeah. But y'all want to get all fucking butthurt about it. I can't believe they're like talking down on us. Like, well, there's might be a reason. Might be a reason. Because y'all like to unleash the predators onto the children, and you all accept it as if it's just normal. It's okay if Uncle Bill. Let's go to Thanksgiving. Oh, tell your daughters not to go near Uncle Bill.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere near Uncle Bill. Why don't you just not invite Uncle Bill?
Yeah.
How about that? How about that? You don't know if Uncle Bill come in your motherfucking house.
Don't put your daughters in harm's way.
We got problems here. Y'all fucking sick in the head.
I've been
You're fucking possessed with some goddamn demon or something. Some kind of fucking lust demon. And another thing is, look at our sex registry. They censored my video that I did going over the offenders registry. They said it was inciting harassment or something. Okay, whatever.
Really?
Whatever. But, like, my point is that look at that registry on how many people are not even from here. They're transplants. Ask yourselves, why are a third of the offenders on our registry for Letcher County from other states?
Because they
Why do
can
they
get
feel
away
comfortable
with there.
coming here and safe
They
here?
can
Why
get
do
away
they
with
want
it.
to be here?
Yeah.
Why do they want to be here?
Because there is no
Because there's no fucking consequences and they can rape children to their heart's desires.
100%.
They can murder women and men, and nobody's ever going to blink a fucking IRS question.
You know that genealogy thing where you open it up and all the names were listed on there?
Yeah.
Do you know what? It looked exactly like. You go into Letcher County Prison, the current inmates, exactly the same list. Same name.
If you look too, a lot of the same names are like the same families that still run the fucking town that ran it back in the fucking 1900s.
Absolutely.
Yep.
The Hogs, the Meads.
Oh, we said that at the same time. The Hogs,
the Meads, the Shepherds,
the Crafts. Y'all, it's time for fucking change. It's time for change.
Yeah.
I love my kids. I love my daughters with all my heart. I wasn't able to be a parent to them like I wanted to be. But I'll be goddamned if I leave this fucking town the way it is.
Yeah.
And leave them behind here when y'all can't even teach your boys not to fucking grab a girl's ass. Or when it's inappropriate to fucking talk about her body. We got people like Liz over here sexualizing and hypersexualizing and talking about a teenager's body.
Or leaving them to die under an ATV.
Or leaving them to die. And then blaming it on another child.
Yeah.
Another child.
Running away and having daddy.
And running away like a little bitch. Like the little bitch that you are.
Yep.
The men around here, most of them are just bitches. I've just come to that conclusion. They're monsters and they're fucking bitches.
Have you watched?
Because even the ones that don't rape, they abuse the fuck out of their wives and girlfriends.
Oh, yeah. Have you watched the Brett Johnson show?
Yes. Yes,
How
yes.
good is he?
I would love to watch an episode of that with you and do like commentary and stuff.
I'm trying to get him on the channel. He agreed to it.
Yes, I reached out to him and he said that he was taking a look at our channel. So
good. Yeah, well, he wanted to brush up. I sent him all this information on the shooting and stuff with Mickey Steins, but I thought to myself, well, he's got enough on his plate. Like, he's getting 150 people contact him a fucking day, right? Because there are so many of these cases. And it's not just the County. It's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere.
It's everywhere. It is every county. It is every state. It is around the motherfucking world, y'all. Like, we are living in an inverted fucking society.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I have some crazy fucking theories. We can't go there because y'all haven't fucking committed or act like I'm just crazy or something. Like you always have.
So I sent him an email this morning and I said, you know, I don't want to add to your workload. So how about we just do a chat and you come on and tell us how you got to where you are and why you're doing what you're doing. Like, you don't have to.
Listen, I got a quote. I have to quote him. It's something I was watching that he did yesterday. He said, how's it feel to be, let's see, how do you put it? Oh my God. How's it feel to be being investigated by a former most wanted criminal?
Yeah.
My dog. Right? Like, come on. Well, yeah. Love it.
I looked up his badass. I looked up his bio. He's right. He's not lying.
Four-wheeler traffic.
I just like how he
I'm on
says,
the porch. It's summertime almost. It's spring and it's beautiful out.
do the right goddamn thing.
Right? So that's what I was thinking too. Like, he's going to be inundated with like people reaching out and messages. He's going to be very busy. So maybe we can do like a watch party and show the last couple episodes where he's been covering what's happening in Perry County.
Absolutely.
Because part of the reason that I showed what we just showed tonight was to lead into that. Because he was posing the question, like, why was it okay with her parents?
Yeah.
Why was it okay with the other people at the school?
Yeah. Yeah.
All these people were well the fuck aware of what was going on.
Yeah.
But they didn't think to protect the child. Right? So I have lots of things to say about that because that's exactly what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah.
So I wanted to share what we just shared about like the community grooming. And then I also have something prepared. It's another show. I didn't prepare it. Somebody else did. They did a wonderful job. I think it's the same girl that we just watched, but how our government has used witchcraft to cast a spell over us to make us be compliant to this shit, to make us like close our eyes and not realize what the fuck's going on around us.
Yeah.
So, you know how I always say, like, television, it's telling you a vision?
Yeah.
Broadcasting, it's the broadcasting of a spell. Words are spells. Spelling, it's called spelling for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Cursive writing is called cursive for a reason. My computer fell. Look, I got you propped up on a butter churn is where my computer's sitting. You're balanced on a butter churn. There we go. You're balanced on a butter churn. So, sorry about that. But you see what I mean? Like, they use the media, they use the movies, they use the social media that we consume to brainwash us. And like the Victoria's Secret ads, the hypersexualization of children back in the 90s, like she was highlighting Brooke Shields, and the way they would talk about her as being sexy. She was a little girl.
Yep.
12, 13-year-old little girl.
What was that movie that she was
about
in?
her as being a sexy
What was that movie she was in?
Brooke Shields.
Yeah.
The one she was fully nude and had a whole sex scene and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't remember what it was called, but they were stranded on an island.
Correct.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, that's the point. That's how we got here.
Yeah.
That's why you all think it's okay. And that some kids are just born sexualized. No, they're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. I didn't know what the fuck that shit was until Billy put his dick in my mouth. I've never seen a dick. Let's be clear about that. Never seen one. And then after that point, something that happened, I realized is I thought that that's what all men wanted.
Yeah, well, that's what you would
that
do as
became
normal.
part of all my interactions with all other males.
Yeah, that's
With
your
all
normal.
other males. And I will tell you, there are some good men in this fucking town. There really are. There are truly some good men in this town who respect me and seen what happened to me. They had the opportunity to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do, but they didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not all men. It's not. But you can't tell me that all men haven't experienced it, seen it, saw a man fucking degrade or hypersexualize somebody inappropriately.
Ignored it.
You can't tell me.
Turned a blind eye to
Ignored it.
Yeah.
By ignoring it and staying silent, you're taking part in it.
Yep.
You're
enabling
enabling it. Enabling it.
Snap.
Yeah.
I've been chasing the money. I've been following the money.
She said, like, let's not get this fucked up. Quit calling it Satanism. It's not Satanism. Satan might have an influence in it. You know, that lust demon has an influence in it.
Mm.
But these men aren't devils. They're men. They're the men that was birthed from women. From your vagina, from your womb, from your portal from God. They were stitched into being by a woman. Just to turn around and abuse and rape and dominate every woman you ever come after.
Is like the epitome of the Garden of Eden.
Yeah. But the thing is that, I mean, do you know a man that didn't come from a woman?
Nope.
No. We didn't come from a man's rib. Okay? Mm-hmm. Let me tell you that right fucking now. We didn't come from a man's rib. They might have took some DNA and fucking spliced it in from a man's rib. There's some crazy shit like that. Who fucking knows? We got clones and all kinds of craziness. But that's besides the point. These are men. It's the little boys that you grew up with on the playground who flick your bra. It's the boys who, when they push you down, your teacher says, oh, they like you. They pick on you and be mean to you. Oh, that means he likes you. He's got a crush on you. No, bitch. That means he's a fucking budding abuser. Stop teaching our girls that it's okay to be abused. I'm just fucking disgusted with this whole fucking society. I'm disgusted with this whole goddamn town. I'm disgusted with my family. Only ones I ain't disgusted with is Clarence's family. They're the only ones that had any fucking sense and fucking wanted to protect and take care of me.
Where are they now?
They're still there. They're just getting much older. Much older. They're still
around.
Are
they still in Betcher County or?
Yeah, they're still around. I talk to them every now and then. Leah sees them a lot.
That's good.
Yeah, they got a lot on their plate though. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they were more parents and friends and were there for me when my own family wasn't, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Love.
They cast me out, and that's who took care of me. Like, yes, Clarence had some fucking issues. He was a pedophile. I was a little girl, like, but he knew that too. You know, it's not like we never talked about that because that was one of my big concerns. The whole community was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're going to talk about that. Can't believe you're going to say how old you were." He knew how old I was.
Yeah. He was what, 9, 10 years older than you?
20. He was 20.
Yeah, same with Brandy. She was 13.
Same thing with Brandy. Yeah, she was 13 years old. Her husband was 20 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Well,
married
stop
them off.
making excuses for it.
They
Because
cover it
even
up.
Clarence himself had stopped making excuses for it. He
They
was
cover
able to
that
look
shit
me
up.
in the eye and tell me that he could have did better. He was able to look me in the eye and tell me that he would do whatever he had to protect our other kids. To protect Leah, not just Leah, but my other girls. You know? Like he saw
And
his mistakes and he tried to make
they
up for them. He really
they
did.
cover
And
it.
he was a good dad. So, like, I don't have hate or resentment for him at all. And his family was wonderful to me. They tried so hard to protect me. His mommy and daddy did.
Yeah. But they
Can't
cover
say
it
that
all
much
up
about
with a
I can't
marriage
say nothing
certificate.
about the fucking dirty ass uncles.
Mhm.
But his mommy and daddy and a few of the cousins were absolutely amazing to me and Granny. They treated me like one of their own and they loved
Yeah.
me and they protected me.
But they cover it all up with a marriage certificate.
Yeah.
Hey, Teresia. How are you, sweetheart? I'm laying here in bed. That's why I haven't got my camera on. I'm full of fooling today.
Hello, Tricia. I don't know where Brandy went. I hope she ain't having a tornado.
Yeah, is she okay? She sent me her video from Jimmy Craft, like the December hearing that she went at. Oh my God. Fuck.
Yes, we want to play that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Her testimony, we're going to play the whole thing. And Sarah's going to join us.
Oh, good, because I've got some questions for Sarah too.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realise
We're
how
done.
much the jailer has control of the money in the county jail where that shit goes.
Yeah, you said you had been following the money trail. Tell me about that.
Yes.
Hey, what
So,
you got?
you know how I was saying that
I got a
everything,
helicopter, so I'm going to turn my mute on.
I was saying that everything, like all of their profits and income is based around the title is it Title 4 funding? Sorry. Oh, excuse me. So I've basically been searching out what grants are available in Letcher County and what grants have been, accepted, where their funding comes from. The fiscal court basically is the governing body of once the money comes down from the federal government in the form of grants and everything. So that those grants pertain to all types of programs and stuff. So apparently there's like 15 different types of programs available within Letcher County Jail. Did you know that, Tara? No. And guess what else? There is, the ankle monitoring company. There is a state-run ankle monitoring company that the jail could have employed, but no, they chose a private company, so that they could claim all of the extra Title IV funding, and then that money, that fucking money, goes into a kitty. Like they've got, yeah. Okay, so that the jail gets an allowance or a payment from the federal government to cover the costs of fucking ankle monitors programs for those inmates that cannot afford them. But you don't get to find out about that because they don't fucking tell you. They just pocket it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yes.
Yep. I heard about that, but I didn't know. I wasn't sure if it was true or not.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it is true.
And I was talking to Sarah about it, and she said, yeah, well, I used to hear Lena all the time go on about this funding shit and how they fucking did it. Yeah. And the jailer gets the decision of where that money gets spent in that jail. He has a
And Brian Sloan now, which would have been Bert Sloan back then, right? Yeah.
Yes. 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 And of course, the fiscal court is run by the powers that be. And who signs off on all those fucking grants? The judges.
We have access to watch the fiscal court meetings. We have a Letcher County channel on our local cable. Have you been able to access it? Okay.
If you go onto our Google Drive, there is a drive there that says I think, funding and grants, and all the really, like, there's been 4 massive grants applied to Letcher County just for the waterways. 4. Where's that money gone? Because your water's shit.
Well, you could ask the community about what's going on with the water in town.
Yeah.
Hazard 2.
And there's been a massive grant. There was a $3.2 million grant for renovation.
I know they did pay a
jail.
company to come in. Listen, they did pay a company. I know this. They paid somebody to come in and replace a bunch of the water lines. But they paid them a lot of money. I don't know how much, but I know that they did. And that apparently it was that company that fucking failed. They did not do what they were supposed to do. A bunch of lines like didn't get replaced properly, I guess. And some that did just like failed. They didn't do it right. I'm not sure what all the issues were, but there's been massive leaks and a bunch of problems. But I do know that they tried to hire somebody to do it, and that company like fucked up.
Well, I've got evidence of if you go.
But I don't know what's going on in Hazard. They ain't got no water either.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
who knows?
If you go onto that that fiscal court thing where you can watch the videos, you scroll down and you can see all of the grants that have been applied and where they've gone.
Did you see anything about the opioid relief fund?
There was a substance abuse program, and if you click into, once you go into, like, say you click into one of the grants, because it's basically the overview of what the meeting entailed, and then you can scroll down and choose, a bit more detail into it. And down the bottom it says where the funding comes from. And so I've been researching those funding bodies, or that actual grant process, where that comes from. Do you know what I mean? And following the money, because I think the only way we're going to fucking shut them down is to cut off their fucking income.
Quite possibly.
Because it ain't going to be from an uprising.
Did you see? Oh my God, y'all. Holy cow. Let me gather myself for this one. Jody, pull up something. Are you like, can you Google or fuck, what happened? Hang on a minute. I screwed everything up. All right, can you Google or like pull it up on X maybe and search for Kentucky auditor discovers foster children being held in like company buildings.
Hang on.
Do Kentucky auditor CPS or something like that. Foster care.
Kentucky
auditors. We got a big motherfucking problem that we've been screaming about for, I can't tell you how long. I've been screaming about it for years. But like publicly, a lot of people have been screaming about it for the last few years too, that CPS is running a full-on motherfucking human trafficking organization.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Okay, so the Kentucky auditor, Allison Ball, just discovered that there have been so many children abused, left in office buildings, fucking all kinds of fucking crazy shit. And our stupid ass Democrat governor is up there saying that she's trying to just fucking, like, I don't know, incite politics. Bitch, our kids ain't politics. Andy Bashir, our kids ain't politics.
All right.
How many rightful good mothers and families did y'all take them from to put them in those conditions?
All right, I've got it up
Just
on Google.
Get a fucking check on them.
Do you know what the first thing it says on Google when I just did it?
What?
Kentucky Auditor of Public Accounts reviews the spending of federal and state funds under foster care, compliance with federal programs, especially the Title IV foster care funding.
Yes, ma'am.
Wacko. Surprise!
We've been saying it all ties back in together.
It fucking does. It all comes
Every
back to
fucking bit of
Title
it.
IV. All of it.
And remember, your Social Security got given over to the Title IV to pay for the trafficking of your children.
Yep.
Don't forget that part. That our elders are running out of money now on their checks because they ran out of money to buy kids with.
Yeah.
So they took it from our elders and our people who have paid into the Social Security system. That program's about out of funding. You know why? It was put into Title IV.
Yep. And they apply for it under the headings of grants.
Your children. How many people's had to sign a fucking safety plan? How many people here in Letcher County has had to show up to court to prove that you're a good mom? How many of you have had to walk out of the fucking courtroom without your children while they go home with the man that fucking abused you?
Yep.
Y'all ain't sick yet? You ain't fucking sick yet? I have no words. I have no motherfucking words at this point. For anybody that's not moved by this. For anybody that thinks that they've not been affected or that one of their loved ones hasn't been affected.
Well, look,
and especially for the ones of you who know how many people's lives you fucking ruined.
Yeah.
You sick, sadistic, Masonic fucking bastards. It's over. It's fucking over. That's all I got.
It's like, so did your mum have similar experiences to you with abuse?
Yeah, they would say that she was fucking crazy or strung out or something and send her off to rehab or mental institutions. And then they would pack me off to stay with a fucking aunt or fly me off somewhere to stay with another aunt or a cousin here in Florida or Michigan or fucking Ohio or Indiana, here, there, and every goddamn where.
So you're
Because
not the only one.
she was just trying to fucking protect us from the pedophiles.
Yeah. So
She's
your mother's
speaking
had
truth, and they couldn't fucking handle it.
Yep. So your mother's had been abused.
My mama went through this with me.
Yeah, you've been abused.
And then my children have went through it with me.
Yeah.
They've been abused by this fucking system.
Yeah. And then Brandy's grandchildren.
And then, yes, and Brandy's kids.
How many
Or Caleb can't even fucking have kids because of you sick bastards.
How many fucking generations is it going to take for someone
For us to fucking be fed the fuck up and say enough?
Yes.
I'm not doing it again. My kids are not living through this shit.
No, and you've got 4 girls.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. I ain't sacrificing my fucking kids, you dumb sick bastards. The fuck out of here with that shit. You want to be a fucking pedophile predator, go somewhere goddamn where else. You ain't doing it in Letcher County no more. I catch you, I'll fucking cut your goddamn dick off myself. How about that?
With a rusty serrated fucking
With a
blade.
rusty motherfucking piece of tin off my goat farm.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm fucking done watching our children be abused. Watching them die. Watching them fucking die. I've got a 16-year-old that I have no fucking say or no fucking control over what she learns, who she's around, nothing. While you sick bastards are letting teachers fuck with them. Letting old men piddle with them.
Let your son.
Oh, can't say anything. He's the fire chief. God forbid he's the judge. Grow the fuck up. Grow some goddamn balls. You
or your name's
bitch.
Or your name's Noah.
I can't do it, Jody.
Oh, you poor bugger. Poor bugger. I get it.
And then to come threaten me. Like you're going to come kick my fucking door in.
Yeah.
For something that a grown goddamn man did to me when I was 12 years old. Come on, bitch. Come the fuck on, bitch. Think I'm scared of you. Think I'm scared of any of y'all. You think I ain't seen you driving up and down my motherfucking road. You know who you are.
Who?
You better stay the fuck away from my house. You come in here, I'm going to fucking tear your goddamn face off. Period. That ain't a threat. That's a motherfucking promise. That's a boundary. Don't come near my fucking family.
Who have you got coming up your road now?
I can't say it on here.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
Motherfuckers. I knew you were quiet for a reason. Asshole. Not telling me.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking done being quiet. Just had to process for a minute, you know?
Yep.
Get my shit together. Because, no, we ain't your goddamn slaves. We don't owe you no motherfucking money either. I don't owe the state for the existence of my fucking child that I birthed, that I built. I fucking grew her, motherfucker. I grew their bones. I grew their fucking ears. Their little cute button noses. I wiped their fucking asses. I fed them. I breastfed them. I cared for them. And you ripped them away from me one by one.
It's almost like they didn't even get a chance for their own innocence.
Hell, they took Sadie from fucking birth.
Yeah.
At birth! And you say I ain't got no goddamn right to be angry. No, I just ain't a little bitch like the rest of you. I ain't bowing to your goddamn system, and I ain't sacrificing not one of my fucking kids.
Nope.
Not one of them. You can't fucking have them.
That shouldn't even be a fucking option. Should not be a fucking option. And any mother in their right fucking mind would have the same attitude.
And I'm so sorry, Leah, that I didn't fucking get this mad when you were a baby. I should have. I'm so sorry that I did not get this fucking mad when you and Sadie were babies. I'm sorry.
But you didn't know this. You didn't know this then. That's why it's important to get this out. It's important to fucking educate everyone on how they're running this fucking system and making fucking money off you.
They've made millions off my children.
Oh, you've got no
By
idea.
removing, they have made fucking millions removing my children from me.
Yeah.
I've had to greet my children as if they were dead, one after the other. The twins twice. Once because of CPS and the second time because their fucking pussy-ass, bitch-ass daddy had me arrested for fucking child support. Because he didn't want me to leave and not stop his fucking dad from raping me. His stepdad. Oh. No, it's over. And my kids are coming home. My kids are coming home. I know you motherfuckers are watching. They're coming home. Know that.
Good for you. Good for
Know that. I'm just fucking.
Well, you're halfway there, darling.
I hit my motherfucking limit, and that's all there is to it.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Did you know that Letcher County Jail has a bed allowance too? You know that?
Has a what?
It has a bed allowance, like
bed
they get paid to provide beds. Yeah.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that like everywhere else, there's a requirement that your bed can't be on the floor. I know it is in Virginia. You have to have a boat at least, like a plastic thing that lifts you up off the floor like a foot. You're not allowed to sleep on the floor because you're not a dog.
Uh-huh.
You're not a dog.
No.
But
you're not a source of entertainment either.
Your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, your aunties, your mommies and your daddies that are down there in that jail right now. You treat your dogs better than that jail is treating your loved ones.
Oh, they're just there for entertainment.
So they made this publicity stunt the other day that they're letting inmates have contact visits with their children. So they featured this one little girl gets to go up and hug her daddy, who's an inmate, the little toddler girl, which is beautiful and wonderful, and I'm so happy for him and her. And
but shouldn't that be a regular, normal fucking thing?
But how many of those inmates are sitting inside there looking out that you're not allowing them to have the contact visit with their kids?
Yeah.
That's even more fucking torture, you sick fucks.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you? Every last goddamn one of you deserves to have the fucking dog shit beat right out of you.
Yep.
And that's the God's honest truth. I hope the God's holy fucking fire fucking burns you alive for the shit you've done.
Yep. They put
Burn in hell,
rapists in with their
motherfuckers.
victims. Rapists in with their victims in the same cell. People having arguments, they put them in the same cell just for their laugh, just for their entertainment.
Just for a fucking laugh.
Shits and
Does it
gigs.
make you feel big and strong, Lena, when you make a girl show you her dirty fucking pad to get a fresh? Does it make you feel
How
like
does
a
Lena
real
think
woman, like a bad bitch? Come on
How
up
does
here,
she-
I'll show you what a bad bitch is.
How does she fit in the big scheme? 'Cause
You want to
I've
see my
never-
pad today? You can.
Yeah. Hang on. A word from our sponsors. Where's the word from our sponsors? Is it on here?
Give us a word from our sponsor. You want to see my pad now, bitch?
There we go.
Today's
Come
live
the
stream
fuck
is
out.
proudly brought to you by Piss Pads for all of life's unexpected milestones.
Come on, cut. Let's take a look at that one.
22-year-old mama's boy. Well, your mama's not here to take care of you now, boy.
Unless your name's fucking Ned. What is it? Noah back who cried to his daddy.
Yep.
Daddy, come save me, Daddy.
Now that's the one over in Perry County where that 16-year-old got killed, and they charged her friend instead of the man that was raping her from the age of 13. Instead of the man that was raping her and gave her the alcohol and was letting her fucking
I think
driving.
he was younger than that.
He was driving at the gas station in the video.
I
He
think
said
it was
the
younger.
alcohol in her lap and then got it back in the driver's seat.
Yep.
So why is that other little girl being charged?
She's been charged with DUI.
Y'all
Apparently.
some sick motherfucking.
Yeah.
No words, man.
Yep.
No fucking words.
Yep.
Everybody involved in that. Everybody.
Yep.
The sheriff, the deputies,
Yep.
the Commonwealth. You're all fucking sick. You're all fucking sick. And you deserve to burn in hell for that. Period.
Oh, they're going down.
Period. May God's judgment fucking rain upon you.
Well, if Brett Johnson's got anything to do with it, they going down, and they going down hard. I don't envy them.
If you want to play his episode,
I'm on my iPad at the mini sweetheart. So
I can play it if you got. Or well,
you just have to find him.
Let me find a clip of it, and that way we can just kind of direct everybody to it, and then they can go and watch it themselves.
If
Do
you
their own research.
go on to YouTube and just go into his channel.
Just type in
and
Brett
look at
Johnson. Yeah. The Brett Johnson Show.
That's the one. Because he's in
And
Perry County.
yeah, the last few episodes have been fucking lit.
Yes.
I mean, you can go way back, and all of his episodes are good. All of his topics are good.
Oh, yeah.
You want
The
to
one
know
he
what's
did-
going on here
the one he
and
did on
around
Friday
here
was awesome.
and get a better grasp on fucking reality, the reality that the rest of us live. Like, while y'all are out here in fucking La La Land, in fucking fantasy land, like, ain't no problems in the fucking world. You got good lives and shit. There's little girls being raped. There's little boys being molested in their beds.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all laugh and shake hands and smile at the people doing it. So does that make you any better? Does it?
Nope.
Better than that fucking nasty fucking old man that's fucking groping your child that you let come to your house for Thanksgiving? Oh, because you got a good heart.
Yeah.
You sick fuck. Go burn in hell. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done with every goddamn one of them.
If you can find his Friday
Over
one.
it. I'm over it.
Yeah. The stream he did on Friday was fucking awesome. If you can find that one.
Okay. Which one? Brett's?
Yeah.
What day was that? What is today? Today's the 15th.
for you.
I've been a little out of touch with the date.
Yeah, me too.
Like I've been in a whole autoimmune flare, so
Yep.
I sleep a lot
Yep.
and I'm up at weird hours. So
Yep.
yeah. Okay. So when was it? 13th? Friday 13th, wasn't it?
That's the one.
That's the one. Yep. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Let me just type it in that way.
Yeah, just share the screen.
13. There it is. Okay. Yep, let me just hit screen share. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
For the ones who still have a stick in their butt about me cussing and stuff. But
look, if they don't fucking like it, they don't have to fucking watch.
No. I'm fucking over it, y'all. For real. I'm so fed up with these people. Like, when are we going to protect our kids? When are we going to take care of our babies? How many more? How many more are we going to sacrifice? Because nobody fucking speak up. The fuck's wrong with y'all, man? For real. I mean, I'm embarrassed to be a part of this community at this point. For real. And I'm a proud fucking Appalachian, so that's bad. It says that it's sharing.
Yeah.
But it's not playing.
You gotta press play.
Is it playing?
It's probably loading.
I did. It's just real slow.
Yeah.
We got to.
It
says it's playing. It quit. Hang on.
Because I think Tricia and Brandy and I were in the chat that day, and he read out all of our all of our comments.
Yeah, I seen that Brandy was. I got in there after. All right, that ain't work. So I'm going to.
You what? You've frozen. I might log off here and open my PC, and I'll try and share it from there, love. It'll be a lot smoother. You won't have any glitches. All right, so I'll log off here, and I will log back in on my computer.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Everything's glitching out. So I guess that means it's time to call it a night. But we've got weather advisory. So everybody check your weather if you're here in Kentucky. Apparently, shit's about to get real windy and possibly some snow, even though it's supposed to be 63 degrees tomorrow. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me either. But on that note, have a good night. And I'll see you in the astral.
Hey there, thanks for stopping in. We hope you will join us again. We all look forward to next time we get to talk about true crime. Clues. Justice served in an honest fight. True crime tales till the verdict's right. Solving more than just trivial quests, where sentences rule and the defense rests. Our true crime family is great. All types of topics we debate. Smash that like and ring that bell. Hit subscribe, you might as well.